Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies like Google and Facebook watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Forget front row seats. We're taking you into the action on the field and in the dugout with Season 2 of Play Loud. Follow some of the league's biggest stars as we mic them up and get the cameras rolling during some of the hottest matchups of the season. Catch real-time reactions from Juan Soto and Francisco Lindor in the field, and catch all the hilarious conversations between players off the field with unprecedented access. Watch episodes of Play Loud at youtube.com/MLB. Play Loud brings you baseball like you've never seen before.
Play-by-play voice of those Wizards, Dave Johnson, joins us to discuss the Wizards. Oh, man, Dave, Bradley Beal, injury. First of all, what's the prognosis? What's the recovery? It sounds like this could be a really significant thing, and number one. And number two, what does that do to the team this year in their ceiling?
Well, I apologize first because I don't know if they're going to have any great answers to this, because this kind of came out of the blue when he suffered the injury in Memphis a few weeks ago. And this, we thought, well, it's not going to be that big a deal. Next thing you know, we of course find out now he's out for the rest of the season. I don't know what it means in terms of the seriousness of the injury. It's hope that, like a lot of injuries, it gets corrected and he's back to being Bradley Beal. Now, what it does for the rest of the season, I don't know in terms of, they just continue to compete. We still have the trade deadline obviously coming up within 24 hours. This team is not better without Bradley Beal, although curious enough, they do have a winning record this year when Bradley Beal misses games, because he's had to miss games for a couple of the reasons, injuries and COVID and that type of thing. So it is, in my 25 years, it's the most perplexing season, because I didn't expect this Wizards team to continue at a pace where they won 10 of every 13 games. But also, this team is better than a team that loses 8 of 10 games.
I still think this is going to be a super busy deadline for them tomorrow, where a bunch of these guys could be moved because they've got pieces that people should want. What do you think is going to happen, Dave?
Well, that is the thesis we started the season with, that because of the Russell Westbrook trade and because of some of the moves they made, suddenly they had options. Some people would say, well, maybe too many options. How do you get to the 9-man rotation that you want? It's ironic that I thought that get to January, get everyone back, and then that gets you on a run. It's almost like you get everyone back, and it's now trying to figure out the rotation, and that has become problematic. So I think the potential is out there for it to be a busy time. But again, trades in the NBA are hard to make because you're dealing with obviously the salary cap issues, the money, or when does a contract expire, or that type of thing. You do know the Wizards do need some shooting, but there's probably 5 other teams that are saying that. Even though they have the presence of a Daniel Gafford, who's 8th in the league in shot blocking, he's been kind of in and out of the rotation, and they need more than one player to have paint defense. But again, here's the curious thing: the last two Wizards wins, and I watched them from start to finish. I had to. That's what I do for a living. And they beat the Philadelphia 76ers. That's those last 2 wins. That's an elite team. And by the way, it has Joel Embiid. And so they were very good defending Joel Embiid. Last game, they made him take 27 shots to make 27 points. So this team shows you what it's capable of, but not on a consistent basis. And that's the part that, it's a Rubik's Cube, as I use a dated reference, that I can't seem to figure out.
Dave, you mentioned three-point shooting. They're in dire need of that. Towards the bottom of the league in 3 points made and percentage and everything else. They're paying Davis Bertans a lot of money to do that very thing, and I think he's got under 10 points total in his last 10 games. So there's some DNPs in there as well. How did they get him on track?
Well, believe me, that's I have never seen a shooting slump like he is going through, because we remember and why everyone was so excited when he came here from the San Antonio Spurs, and he's a great guy, good locker room guy, a good culture guy, came from a good program in the Spurs, and he was making shots, 4-point plays, coming off screens and hitting it from the left of the center circle, and that type of thing. Here's a guy that told the story about his coach in Europe used to put a broomstick in his face and blindfold him, and he would. So he seemed to be his range was once he got inside the building. Well, now he just cannot hit a 3-point shot on a consistent basis, and that is a big problem. And Kyle Kuzma's comment that if the Wizards, they're shooting 32% beyond the arc, only 2 teams are worse right now in the NBA. If they were just shooting average from 3-point distance, their situation would be much better. And again, the best shooting team is Miami, 37%. That doesn't sound like, wait a minute, it's only 5% different. Well, it's different. It's 2, 3, 4 made threes a game. And when you talk about an NBA game, that's the difference. You certainly could not have. I was a C student in math, but the other night against Miami, Wizards missed 24 3-pointers while the Heat made 18 3-pointers. No, you don't rely on the three. No, you don't necessarily live and die by the three, but you don't get buried by your inability to make a three.
Dave, keep up the great work, calling the games, keeping them entertaining, even when sometimes the product has not been. We appreciate you.
Well, it's why we love this stuff. You keep showing up because I don't know what's going to happen next.
No doubt about it.
Thank you, Dave.
It's been a wild couple of days. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. And you can listen to The Wiz, of course, occasionally here on 106.7 The Fan.
At Emblem Health, we go beyond coverage to help New York get and stay healthy. That's why we're hosting the Healthier Futures Wellness Expo in the Bronx on Saturday, June 25th. A free expo that's devoted to getting you the screenings and resources you need to help feel your very best. So join us at the Governor Playground on June 25th from 11 to 4 for live music, entertainment for the kids, and the health screenings you need to keep grooving to the beat. Visit emblemhealth.com/health expo for more info. And remember, at Emblem Health, we don't only mean coverage, we mean health.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Are you tired of being tracked online? There's a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection, and more, all for free. Download the app today and get the most comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
We turn the spotlight onto all the biggest plays across the league with coverage of every single game and access to exclusive stats and content for your favorite teams. MLB Big Inning brings fans exclusive live look-ins and breaking highlights every single day. Catch select pre- and post-game coverage or check out new MLB originals for a deeper dive into your favorite teams and ballparks. Subscribe now at MLB.tv and start streaming. That's MLB.tv. Blackout and other restrictions apply.